All right, we're back again once again. New stream. We're doing Oklahoma. We're doing Alabama. We got 3rd and 12 here for the Gamecocks as we watched this game before Bama and Oklahoma take the field. Let me get that game cast on. So 3rd and 12. South Carolina at their own 29. Nick Harbor off the field, still banged up. Here comes the pressure immediately. He tries to run away, was going to toss it, but he was wrapped up. And that was Cassius Howell in for the sack. Golly. All right, we're going to start a poll like we always do if you're here on the YouTube. All right, here's 4th and 16. The pressure's there again. He steps up. He's really going to try to run this? There it is, dude. That's game. Sorry, South Carolina. Last drive's going to hurt Seller's stock a bit. No, it's not because he's not coming out. I firmly believe he is not coming out this year. All right, while we're here, I want to talk about what we're doing for this stream. As a matter of fact, let me pin this sucker in the chat. I want to raise some money for the Magnolia Foundation. If you're unaware of what it is a foundation that supports parents, people who have lost their children, whether that's like financially with funeral costs, medical costs, therapy, making sure there's people there for them on big holidays. So like as a father myself, again, we're fresh off raising money for the American Heart Association when it comes to congenital heart disease in children. And dude, I think children are the light of the world. I have 3 kids myself. I love them so much. And I heard about this foundation, and I may have heard about it earlier because it sounds familiar on Josh Pate's the Pate show, whatever he calls it, Josh Pate show. I heard about this and realized, nah, this is something I want to help out with. So I'm gonna give my donation today. Hopefully it's something y'all want to take part in. I'll leave the donation. It's the link in there's a link in the description. It's the pinned comment in the chat. If you're on the X, I'll get the link should be in there. I'm gonna have it I'm gonna pin that tweet on my X account. If y'all are looking to give. Again, it's like I want to give back. That's what it is, man. I want to let me see something real quick. What am I doing? That's silly. Uh I want to help out these causes that I think matter and matter a lot. So if y'all want to get in on some of this, link is in the description. Hold on, I'm just here. I want to post this sucker right now. Okay, there we go. So if that is something you want to help out with, that would be awesome. Are you watching Michigan? I am not watching Michigan. I'm turning to Alabama, Oklahoma right now. Mm. 107 left in this game. Nice. Michigan attempting a game winner drive. I got to look at the catch by Andrew Marshall. Try it. I'll try it. If I find time, I'll go look at it. The Vegas call South Carolina and tell Seller to not throw the ball. Oh, saying yeah, I have no idea. I just Nick Harbor wasn't on the field. The pressure was immense. I just think he was looking around and there was nothing open for him. I think that's just the unfortunate fact that pressure hit too quick, and he couldn't really find a receiver that was open quick enough. Dude, it's just that South Carolina offensive line not great, and A&M really revved up the blitz near the end of the game there. What up, Nintendo Mike? All right. Oh, dang. J.K. Dobbins will be placed on injury reserve with that foot injury. Hopefully, you got R.J. Harvey if you're a Dobbins owner. Chip Lindsey moved from the press box to the sidelines. 52 seconds left. Interesting. I just think you still got to throw it up for a chance of a catch or a penalty. Yeah, I think he tried to do that on the third down, but was being sacked in the process. It's not a great year for Sellers and Company. Some of my favorite bets, some of Gojo's picks here. Duke -3.5. I'd bet that down to -2.5. I think it went up to -4 though, to where I probably don't touch the game. I love Memphis as an underdog. If you're gonna give me the points with Memphis, yes. And then of course I like Alabama. I like them at -6.5. I do have Harvey and Henderson. Finally, yeah. That's a not half bad. All right. Let me turn on the Michigan game on my phone. Oh, LSU, they just took the lead. They're up 23-22. Got a very tight game there in Death Valley with Arkansas. Oh, Michigan sending the kicker out with 2 seconds left. I turned this sucker on at the right time. All right, let's get a refresh up here. The league I commish, it's like a four-way tie for first at 6-4. My big money league, I'm 2 games out of a playoff spot, along with a whole lot of like I have like there's 3 or 4 teams that you have only 6 teams make the playoffs. It's a 14 team league. And I think you have like I think they have 3 teams that are 6-4 currently in the playoffs. And then where there's another 3 or 4 teams that are 4-6 trying to get back in it. All right, so looks like Michigan will or no, excuse Michigan. Alabama will start with the football. As we're going to get the game winning field goal kick here. Oh, we're going to get a return from Bama. And okay, gets out to the 20. Is that Jeremy Bernard? No, that was Greg Brooks. All right, here comes the field goal kick for Michigan. Hey, there it is. Game 24-22. Michigan escaping. All right, Simpson. Ooh, misses his tight end a little high in Cuevas. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Allen, St. Brown, Ibuka, Addison, Judkins, Harvey, Henderson, and Gasson. Golly, that's quite the spread you have there. We're going to hand off to Jam, who's going to pick up 3. Still no game cast here. That's fine. It's going to be 3rd and 7. There we go. There was the game cast. It'll come back up. All right, Simpson dropping back, looking around. He's stepping up. Here comes the pressure, and he goes down. That's Marvin Jones Jr. with the sack and 3 and out for Alabama. Yeah, no one open. No one open on that. Nowhere for Simpson to go. He steps up, hoping to draw in the linebacker, whoever was on the tight end, out near the sideline, but didn't really happen. So good first try for Oklahoma defensively. I bet Michigan will rest Marshall and the other guys versus Maryland next week. Oh no, we got Centenia's returning this sucker. He's out past the 40. He's down around the 30. Alabama 30. What a return by Centenia. Centenia, there you go. 43-yard return by Centenia to set up Oklahoma with phenomenal field position. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah, 3:30 because the game clock that they showed on the little hub had it at 15 minutes. All right, Mateer fakes the run, gets it to Burks on the slant, who picks up a first down. Nice. How come they haven't said what time next week's games are? They like to flex these games and put them in primetime spots. That's why. I know it's kind of troubling when I'm trying to figure out what my week will look like next week. We got a handoff here to Robinson, who's going to be inside the 10, down at about the 9. You got May. Okay, you got a solid enough team. I mean, wait, you have is that Josh Allen and you have Drake May? Ugh. All right, dropping back. Mateer gets it again to Burks on the slant. This time only going for a couple of yards. He'll be down at the 7. Trading quarterbacks can be somewhat difficult unless it's like a super flex league. All right, we got 3rd and 5 here for the Sooners. They could get a first down and make it 1st and goal. And Mateer dropping back, tossing it. Ooh, overthrows, but not a lot of room anyway. Trying to get it to, I think that was Gibson. And good defensive stop for Bama after the big punt and then the big catch and run. Sangy says, well, I tried to trade to the guy that had Lamar out for however long that was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, shoot, Sangy, I sacked Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin, so I was like in immediate trouble. Field goal, by the way. 3-0 Oklahoma. They strike first. But it never crossed my mind to trade for a quarterback. I traded Saquon Barkley because I needed wide receiver depth. But I was like, maybe I could do a 2-for-1. So I traded Barkley before he really got into the slump. It was just, he was okay, and you expected him to turn it around. So it was early enough in the season. And I got Javonte Williams and Lad McConkey. But dude, right now I got Joe Flacco starting at quarterback. If Burrow comes back at Thanksgiving, I have Brissett on my roster, but it's not looking good, man. I'm just patchworking at quarterback. I lost Tucker Kraft for the year, so I got Cade Otton. Kind of rough. Broshmo, South Carolina game chokes. Yep, choked. Yeah, I have Burrow in my other money league. Yeah, that's rough. I tried to trade for Burrow in a dynasty league, super flex dynasty league, but I actually tried to trade. If y'all are familiar, I'm in a creators league. I was trying to trade with Football Analysis, Garrett over there on the YouTube channel, Football Analysis, and we could not agree on a price, unfortunately. Jalen in here, roll tide. Born Stellar, man, them Aggies any other year would have lost that game. Dude, no kidding. FES man for me not being able to watch it. Sangy, but I was able to snag Daniel Jones. Never thought I'd say that. Dude, you're telling me, bro. Jalen got the red on. Nice. ESPN is glitching. I'm watching this on ABC. ABC was glitching for me earlier for Notre Dame Pittsburgh. Oh, Gojo's asleep. Gojo's a sleepy pup. Oh, shoot. All right, just to clarify, not cracking open any alcohol here. Sparkling water. Waterloo. Raspberry nectarine. Delicious. Not going anywhere near Northgate. Broshmo, would you trust questionable shin Quentin Johnson tomorrow versus the Jags after full practice? It depends what's on your bench, skater boy. If you could lay out, like, are you trying to figure out if he should be in a flex spot? Spartan playoff bracket, dude. We need to go through. We need all these games to conclude before we could go over different possibilities, but I mean, shoot. As it stands right now, it's still Ohio State, Indiana. Golly, I'm blanking. Texas A&M, and then you got Alabama, Georgia. The college football committee put Texas Tech ahead of Ole Miss. I don't know why, but there is a shot Texas Tech could end up getting that bye, which is a shame. I'd love to see a playoff game in Lubbock. Real shame. Yeah, I know the game's 3-0, dude. This is the game cast is just slow, bro. It's just slow, Jaden. Oh, there we go. Simpson dropping back. Here comes the pressure and sacked again. And that was Lewis with the sack. What's boring, buddy? Wow, awesome block by Iwane. Let Katron Allen run for the TD. Yeah. Oh, they tried to get it out quick on a screen, and Williams is a hit in the backfield. Defense came to play for Oklahoma, but we kind of knew that it would. The question really is, can the offense move effectively and efficiently? Seen happy birthday? Hell no, dude. You looking to get hit with a timeout, bro? If you want me to sing, how about you throw up $20? How about that? Get out here, demand things from me free of charge. I think not. All right, Simpson, empty backfield, dropping back. He's looking around. He's going deep. He's got a guy. It's Ryan Williams. It was tightly contended. I see no flag. It looked like there was some hand fight in there, but no flag. 4th and 18. Oh yeah, he gets a hold of the face mask, but I mean, he turns his head. He gets his head around. That's the thing. He gets his head around. Yeah, I think that's a good no call. How, dude? I'm just screwing around with you, Jalen. I'm just screwing around with you, buddy. And we're friends. Well, hello, friend. Trey McBride going to carry me, Tyler. Yeah, well, good luck. Because what? No Marvin Harrison Jr. this week, so yeah, should feed a lot of targets into McBride. Oh, Skater Boy, you went after Michael Wilson. I'd still be scared to start any Cardinal pass catcher not named Trey McBride. Hand off to Robinson, who's going to get out to the Oklahoma 40. Who did Alabama lose to this year in the season opener? They lost to I was about to say Tallahassee, Florida State. All right, you got Mateer. He's scrambling out. He's rolling. He's going to run with it, and he's just going to go down after picking up about 4 yards. Going to set up a 3rd and short here. Dude, Gamecast is all kinds of behind. I don't know what's up with that. So I'm just going to give you all the play-by-play. It's a 3 to 6 ball game. Yeah, it keeps refreshing back to the opening kickoff or the opening drive. Hey, Wicken! We give cowbell out here for super chats. Well, hi to yourself, dude. Thank you for stopping by. We got a handoff to Robinson, who was lined up at fullback, who's close. Looks like he's past the first down. Even if they're short, I think you go for that. Yeah, Tyler, I drafted Saquon early in the draft as well. To be fair, if Bijan was available, I would have taken him, and Bijan's been okay. Luckily, fortunately enough, I was so desperate for wide receiver depth after Terry McLaurin decided, well, I got a quad injury. I'm not going to be playing much this year. Had to go out and get wide receiver depth, so I was able to do a 2-for-1. Saquon for Javonte Williams and Lad McConkey, and ends up being a big trade for me. Unfortunately, the rest of my team's still banged up and inconsistent. All right, we got a run here from Xavier Robinson, who's kind of taken over as the main back here for Oklahoma. Sets up about a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 9 officially. And we're going to get a toss out to Robinson. He's got some space. He's tripped up, but picks up about 3 or 4. There is a flag, though. Oh, your second round pick was Bucky Irvin? That's rough, dude. That's just rough. That's just tough, bad luck. Let's see. What was my draft? So I did, because it's a 14-team league with keepers. By the way, penalty is on Oklahoma. So I took Saquon because I wanted Jamar, but he ended up being kept. Bijan went first. I ended up taking Saquon second. In that turnaround, who was it that I got? Is that when I got Terry McLaurin? I could look this up right now, actually. Let me look this up. You curious what I got? I'll go over what I got. I'll go over what I drafted and what I currently have. All right, 2nd and 24. Mateer's dropping back. Yeah, they got spies on him, dude. They're not going to let him run. So it's going to be 3rd and stupid long. All right, so yeah, I went Saquon Barkley. And then since I had the back end too, it was pick 27. I took Terry McLaurin with the intention of stacking him with Jaden Daniels. I took Jalen Waddle in the 4th. I took Travis Hunter. Woof. They just do a quick screen to Satania. They're gonna punt this away. Travis Hunter in the 5th. I ended up releasing him before he ended up even hitting IR. Jordan Mason in the 6th. Travis Etienne in the 7th. Tucker Kraft in the 8th. Josh Downs in the 9th. I took Amari Cooper in the 10th, being sneaky, thinking he might sign with the team and play, but he ends up retiring. Tyrone Tracy, who's no longer on my squad anyway. I had to make room. And really, no one else matters that I picked up late. My team now, because keep in mind, I traded Saquon for Lad McConkey and Javonte Williams. I have Tucker Kraft on IR. I have Jaden Daniels on IR. I have Joe Flacco at quarterback, Travis Etienne, Javonte Williams at running back. We have 3 starting wide receiver spots where I have Lad McConkey, Jalen Waddle. Get this, because Keyshawn Butte was out. I got Tyler Lockett started in there. I think that could be a sneaky one against Dallas. In the flex, I got Kamani Vidal. And then on the bench, Jordan Mason, can't trust him. Terry McLaurin's there because he's still on the squad. Keyshawn Butte didn't start this week. He was out with a hamstring injury. Josh Downs is still there, but he's on a bye. I have Dylan Sampson. Maybe if injury happens, he becomes useful. Cade Otton at tight end because Tucker Kraft's on IR. And that is my team. So yeah. Fantasy's been rough. That's my big money league. I've been a little bit better in my other leagues. I got a couple of other lower dollar leagues. That I think one I'm 7-3, the other I'm 6-4, comfortably in playoff spots. In my dynasty leagues, I got 4 dynasty leagues, all super flex. Two of them I'm making pushes for the title. I'm making pushes for the championship this year. In my other two, I'm trying to tank. I'm going into a mini rebuild because a lot of my players are hurt. So I've traded away a lot of assets for draft picks, and I'm still in the playoff race in those 2 leagues, which is kind of wild. I think I'm 6-4 and 5-5 in those leagues that I'm in a mini rebuild, which is kind of nuts. Then I'm in a chop league. I was in 2 chop leagues, but I got chopped, unfortunately. Sam Laporta's going on IR. Ooh. So unfortunately, in one of my chop leagues, the week that Mike Evans went down with the collarbone injury, got 0 points, and Baker did nothing. That was the week I got chopped. But in my other chop league, I'm pretty solid. I haven't spent a lot of money. I've kind of like waited for waivers to go through and then pick up some of the higher profile guys that didn't get snagged. Because you want to save money at the end. That way you could just outbid everyone else. Yeah, Laporta just hit IR. All right, let's see if Gamecast wants to work with us today. All right, I'm just going to close this and see if I could reopen it on here. Dude, is ESPN just crashing? Like, what's going on? Hey, look, Texas Tech, they're up 14-0 real early. Not surprising. I need to turn on that Iowa game. I knew I was staying away from that game though. I knew I didn't want to. Yeah, dude, look, the Gamecast is just it's down and behind. It's glitched out. So we'll just keep track of scoreboard while I narrate the game here. Ty Simpson going over the middle. He finds is that Bernard? Yep, Jeremy Bernard. All right, 1st and 10. They got Hill in the backfield there, but Simpson's going to drop back. Here comes the blitz. He dumps it to Hill, who's not able to break the tackle, but he carried him. It's going to set up like a 2nd and 2. Sleeper just sent out a notification that Sam Laporta just hit IR. And we're going to get a handoff here, but Hill is met with contact in the backfield. Might get a yard out of it. Oh, wow. West Virginia came back. They're now up on Arizona State. Coming out of the pistol, you got Hill in the backfield. Are they going to try to get... Oh, it's a direct snap. At first, I thought they were going to try to get... I guess that's what Bama was trying to do. They were trying to fake or feint like that. They were going to try to get them to jump off or trying to get them to jump up offsides. So then Simpson goes to the sideline. That's a nice call play. That's a nicely called play there. All right, they got a tight end lined up at fullback here. And Simpson's going over the middle, gets it to Jeremy Bernard. Ooh. I always get scared when you get twisted around like that and you have other defenders coming in. I always worry about the ankles. All right, you got trips down low for Alabama. You get a handoff to Hill here who makes one guy miss, and he's just able to carry guys. He is so big and thick. Pause. Phrasing. All right, we got 3 minutes left in this ball game. It's going to be second down and maybe about 3. Yeah, second and 3. Bama sitting here at the Oklahoma 25. Excuse me, the 30. The 30. And Simpson dropping back, stepping up, drops it out to, oh no! To Hill in the flat. Oh, tell me that goes out of bounds. Oklahoma, he gets hit, ball flies out, fumbled, and Oklahoma had 1 or 2 opportunities to pick that sucker up. Man, the defender put helmet on the ball. And then McKenzie just doesn't pick it up. You got, is that Isaiah Horton that jumped in and rolled on top of it, or is that Brooks? That might be Brooks. What do you trust, Pat Fryermuth or TJ Hawkins to pick up? Ugh, neither. Hawkins hasn't been hot in a minute. Fryermuth has had some games. I mean, Rodgers likes his tight ends. I would hope that there might be some better options at tight end out there, though. All right, let's do a score. Let's do a refresh. See if ESPN, because ESPN's been kind of glitching out, man. So I don't know if, yeah, it looks like we have updates here. Okay. So Tulsa's up 31-14 on Oregon State, and then it goes right back to that, man. I'm going to try something. Yeah, because now ESPN's not giving us a live scoreboard. I don't like that. Is Cade Otton? Yeah, Cade Otton would be probably a guy I would love to pick up, but I doubt that he's available. He's been pretty good the last couple of weeks. Oh, AJ Barner is kind of a solid acquisition, I think. Dude, come on. There we go. Has ESPN got, okay, I think we got our stuff together. Let's actually take a look. All right, I think Gamecast is up and good now. All right, so Tulsa's up 31-14 on Oregon State. That game will be over in the next minute. Close game here. Currently, Arizona State's up 25-23 with Washington driving. Kentucky's up 35-10 on Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech with the touchdown can cover. Not that I bet them. I did not. Marshall, they're up 21-10 on Georgia State. North Texas has just demolished UAB 38-15. Missouri State's up 10-0 on UTEP. You got New Mexico up 7-0 on Colorado State. Alabama, Oklahoma. We're doing that game. Oklahoma's up 3-0. Texas Tech is up 14-0 on Central Florida. You got a tied ball game, Georgia Tech and Boston College, 7-7. Iowa's up 7-0 on USC. I actually currently have that game going on my phone. Oh, Mildred Williams is heading to IR too. Woof. Yeah, that's right, MD. Aggies pulled it out. Penn State, Michigan State are tied up at 7. Come on, Penn State. Maryland's up 3-0 on Illinois. Western Kentucky's up 7-0 on Middle Tennessee. Nevada's up 14-0 on San Jose State. James Madison's up 7-0 on App State. Monroe's up 14-0 on South Alabama. Texas State's up 10-0 on Southern Miss. This is an important game for Southern Miss. This is an important game. They're trying to get to that Sun Belt. Virginia's up 7-0 on Duke. Miami's up 3-0 on NC State. Oh, no. Ty Simpson just threw a pick. And that sucker's going to be returned. Bowen's down at the 30. Past the 20. The 10. Touchdown. It's a pick 6. Oh, buddy. Actually, I should have Oklahoma, since they're the away team, as the white cowbell. Tyler Higbee? I wouldn't touch Tyler Higbee. If you were that desperate, okay. But they've really have been increasing the snaps on. Oh my gosh. They've been really increasing the snaps on Terrence Ferguson, and Davis Allen is seemingly getting a big role in that offense as well. I say big role just for the tight end position. So too many mouths to feed at tight end right now. Dude, Matt, I think you're right, dude. If Penn State loses to Michigan State, you might see 2 coaches fired in 1 year. Oh, Isaiah Likely? I mean, Rashad Bateman's out. Likely might not be a bad pickup. Okay, Gamecast. Yeah, Seth up in here. Go Oklahoma. Oh. All right, here comes the kickoff out. Brooks gets it about the 29. Cincinnati blew the season. No pass defense. Yeah. I mean, they get BYU next week, but if they beat BYU, I think that just puts Utah in the Big 12 championship game. Am I streaming on TikTok? Is that what you're asking, Kirito? I'm not. Streamlab, I don't know if I could set it up for TikTok. I'd have to go look. But I do want to stream to more platforms. All right, Simpson dumping this to Cuevas, excuse me. Picks up about 4 yards. What's up with the layout? Kirito, that's because you're viewing it as a YouTube short. I have a YouTube short stream up as well as a normal stream up. Yeah, Pat O'Connor to IR. I saw that. That's not a crazy big hit. All right, Simpson dropping back. 2nd and 7, going over the middle. He gets his guy. That's Jeremy Bernard. Oh, the ball came out again. And the officials are saying he's down. Golly, dude, that's scary. Yeah, there you go, Kirito. I wonder if Anthony Frisker would start for the Lions. They signed him on the 11th. Oh, wow, dude. I didn't even know he was still hanging around the league. Yeah, I saw the interception TD. I reacted to the interception TD. All right, 1st and 10 for Bama. We're going to get a handoff here. I believe that's Jam. Going nowhere. Picks up maybe a couple. Yeah, dude. ESPN's all kinds of wonky right now, man. I don't know if it's a traffic thing, but none of their stuff's updated. So I will. I'll just give the play-by-play. Uh, yes. Thank you. Yeah. All right. I'm actually about to hit the restroom real quick. If you didn't know, now you know. Today, you'll see the little logo over here. It's for the Magnolia Foundation. If you're on the X, I got the link in the. It's a post in the tweet. Hey, buddy. If you're on the YouTube, it is the pinned comment in the chat. It's also in the description. It's an organization that raises money for folks who have lost their children. Something near and dear to my heart, man, as being a father of 3. So I'm going to go hit the restroom real quick. I'll be back in a sec. Did Iowa just score a touchdown? They did. They're up 14-0. Kind of wild. So I'll be back. Close it. Good job, buddy. All right. Dude, I had to take the hoodie off. I was melting away. Bring the guns out, baby. All right, 2nd and 8. They get it out quick to Bernard. Makes a couple of guys miss, and he fumbles it again, but I think he followed upon it. Yeah, he followed on it, but he'll be right there at the first down. Might be a 3rd and 1, but I think it's a first down. Oh, that was a nice little punch there. All right, 1st and 10. Kind of have to have a score here. Don't want to give Oklahoma the ball back with being down 10. Don't want to give them a chance to extend this to 2 scores. Oh, Simpson keeps it. He's going to get the first down on 1st down. That's a 10-yard pickup. Yo, he fooled the camera. They thought he handed it off to Jam. Yeah, see, Iowa's up 14-0. They're looking to end USC's season. Yeah, we've had a lot of comebacks thus far today, so if you are a USC fan, don't fret yet. Oh, Simpson trying to go for a back shoulder on Bernard, just a little behind. All right, they're going to hand it off to Hill, who will pick up the first. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Oh, fumbles a snap. Might have been a low snap. He gets it. He's got wide open. Is that? No, that's Edwards, the other tight end, for a first. Oh, man, averted tragedy. All right, looks like maybe we have an. Looks like ESPN maybe back good with the game cast. All right, 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma 11. Simpson dropping back, goes over the middle, trying to get it to Williams. Or excuse me, Isaiah Horton. Williams is 2, Horton is 1. Was that the stumble bump? All right, we're gonna get a handoff here to Jam. He gets to about the 9. It's gonna set up a 3rd down and 8. Stole from the Lions. Man, geez, gotta crack the elbows. No, maybe just one elbow. All right, here comes 3rd and 8. You kind of want to have a tutty here. And it's picked. Robert Spears Jennings threw it into tight coverage. There's a flag. It's a flag in the end zone, too. Pass interference. And that's on Kendall Daniels, the safety slash linebacker. It might just be comeback Saturday. All right, first and goal. Not a good pass by Ty Simpson. That would have got picked regardless of the PI or the defensive holding. They're going to hand it off. He's going to be down at the 1. There's some shoving between Horton and a corner outside. And they're going to hand it off to Hill, who's cleanly in the end zone. Touchdown. No, there was an interception, but it got called back for defensive holding. Touchdown, Bama. They needed it. They needed it. I'm going to throw the glasses on to preserve the eyes. Oh, man. Jaden Mayava making some throws here. As it's first and goal, they're looking to get up on the board. But let's go ahead. Let's hit the refresh. Hopefully ESPN doesn't screw the pooch. Gives us some accurate scores and times here. Kentucky up 42-10. They're going to win. They're going to go to 5-5. We got Marshall. They're up 24-18, still with a full quarter left on Georgia State. North Texas is running away with it. They're up 46-18 on UAB. Missouri State, they're up 17-7 on UTEP. New Mexico's up 10-0 on Colorado State. That's going into half. You got Texas Tech up 21-0 on Central Florida. You got Georgia Tech up 14-7 on Boston College. Again, USC about to score. I'll let you know if they do, but currently Iowa's up 7 touchdown. As we're going to see the touchdown play here. It was a direct snap to the back. Touchdown. Michigan State. What the heck? Penn State. What's going on, bro? Come on, Penn State. Do something. Did they just lose all their morale after that late loss to Indiana? Illinois, they're up 7-3 on Maryland. You got Western Kentucky up 14-7 on Middle Tennessee. Nevada's up 28-0 on San Jose State. You got James Madison up 10-0 on App State. Monroe's up 14-7 on Southern Alabama. Texas State, I think they're about to actually go up 20-0 on Southern Miss. Woof. Currently, Virginia, they're up 7-0 on Duke. Miami's up 10-0 on NC State, and it looks like they're about to score once again. Watch out. ECU, they're up 7-0 on Memphis. Tulane's up 13-3 on Florida Atlantic. Tennessee just got their game started against New Mexico State. Oh, look, Missouri State. They extend their lead 24-7 on UTEP. And we are back with Alabama, Oklahoma. Here comes the kickoff. What up, Tulip? How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day. Ty Simpson's made some errant throws. I will say that. Offense seemingly a bit on the struggle bus versus Oklahoma, but kind of got bailed out by a pass interference to get their first score. I'm doing well. How about yourself? I'm doing well. Enjoying a great day of college football. 1st and 10 here for Oklahoma after the touchback at their own 25. Mateer dropping back, almost intercepted. Try to anticipate the slant. Again, this is this RPO slant that they did on the opening drive twice to Deion Burks. They try to go back to it again, and you got Jordan Jefferson just kind of spying, and he read that right from the get-go. That would have been a pick six. 2nd and 10. And Mateer's going to run with this one. It's going to make it like a 3rd and 5 after a 5-yard pickup by Mateer. Dropped a couple of NFL edits this week, working on a Wemby edit next week. Nice. So LSU did secure the victory versus Arkansas. Ooh, tries to get it on a back shoulder. Little out route, but incomplete. Bama's going to get the ball. But I will say Arkansas, they covered that 4.5. Satania just outside of his reach. What made you a Jared Verse fan? He's one of my favorites. Oh, dude, I watched his tape at Albany, and he was one of my sleepers. Like, hey, watch for this guy moving. I didn't watch his. Oh, fumble on the punt! Fumble on the punt! Muffed punt. Oklahoma has the ball. So I didn't watch his Albany tape. I watched him at the spring game for Florida State, and I loved what I saw. I loved it. And I was like, hey, this guy could be a hot riser if he steps up at Florida State, making the step not just to the FBS, but to the Power 4. Banger year, decides to return. And just, I'm a sucker for guys that can convert speed to power, that are bendy and explosive. He was my dude throughout the whole process. I just utterly loved Jared Verse. He was my guy. All right, coming out in the pistol, we're going to get a handoff here to Robinson. Oh, it's a flea flicker. And they get it. Kanik getting the first down there. Cade Cunningham at it. All right. Tier's gonna run with this one. Goes up the middle. Oh, he's spinning around and he's in there. Touchdown. Oh, no. And Oklahoma, this would be a huge win for Oklahoma. Broshmo, you have any edit requests? Maybe an anime you like? Oh, I don't want to make more work for you, but I will. What's uh, what's a manga I like right now specifically that currently has an anime going on? Well, you know what? How about an old one? What got me in, well, DBZ got a lot of us into anime back in the day. But the anime that got me like, no, I love anime. I think I love anime. I need to see more. Trigun, dude. Let's go to you can see it right there. I got Vash the Stampede right here. He is my favorite anime character in history. So if you want to put that on the agenda, I would that would be sick. I love I love Vash the Stampede. He's my favorite anime character in history. Trigun, one of my favorite anime and manga of all time. Not a recent anime, unfortunately, but is what it is. I'm unfortunately getting into the slice of life, young romance mangas in my old age. I don't know. It's a nice change of pace from like your typical like shonen and stuff. Were you a Digimon dude? Absolutely, was I a Digimon fan growing up? Got got Rurumon all the way, baby. I was a big Matt fan. Yeah, my daughter loves Digimon. She loves Digimon. My oldest daughter. Some weird anime person has the Tulip plays search eaten up. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking. Oh, okay. Yeah. Tyler, I had that same problem when I was searching up Tulip's channel. Dude, USC cannot stop Iowa's offense right now. Am I planning on visiting family this Thanksgiving? Oh no, my wife's family is here in town. My dad lives out in Henderson. He's literally a couple of minutes from the strip. Was gonna visit him around Christmas. My sister couldn't make it out though, and we all wanted to go together. So we're gonna put that on the burner for next year. Yeah, Digimon was fire, bro. Digimon Adventure 2 was dope. I came around to Tamers as my daughter watched it. I was like, you know what, Tamers ain't bad. I never really got into Frontier. Um, they've had a few like remakes, reimaginings of Digimon Adventure. I think were good. Like straight up, Digimon games not great. Car game not great. Video games, I heard they had a recent one with those are all right, but Pokemon kills. They crush at the games. The anime is not bad. Digimon easily a better anime. Easily. Yeah, I might have to get my daughter the Digimon game. Never thought I'd hear anyone can't. Never thought I'd hear anyone say blank can't stop the Iowa offense. Yeah, no kidding, dude. Dude, this Iowa offense has marched down the field consistently against USC. Dude, Bama now consistently being put in these positions where they have to score. The Oklahoma defense has been money, man. And Iowa touchdown. They go up 21-7. Do I have anything Digimon back here? No, I don't think I have any Digimon memorabilia back there. I grew out of it after the series, after season 2. Yeah, same. As a kid, I tried to get into Tamers, but I couldn't. Oh, big catch by Ryan Williams. He's down to the Oklahoma 40. Nice. Nice 38-yard reception there. But I think easily, cleanly, Digimon Adventure 1 and 2 are the best shows of the series. Tamers ain't half bad though. Tamers ain't half bad. Their movies are pretty fun too. I don't know if Mateer's fully healthy. And I don't think they're going to tell us that till after the season. Considering he came back early, considering Mateer came back early, it's hard to really grasp how healthy he truly is. You got trips down low for Oklahoma on second or for Alabama on 2nd and 5. They're going to get it out to Brooks, who's going to pick up the first down. He's inside the Oklahoma 30. I have no idea. Dude, I haven't watched Gronk. I think he's not even draft eligible. So yeah, no, I couldn't tell you anything about him. Anyone you're really focusing on after Mateer and Simpson? I am curious to see how Jaden Roberts looks in this game. With our Mason Thomas out, seeing who steps up on the Oklahoma defense, specifically the defensive line, I'm kind of intrigued with. I don't know what year Xavier Robinson is, but he's come alive as the main back for Oklahoma. I'm looking it up right now. Former 3-star. I got here. He's a true sophomore. Yeah, true sophomore. So he's not draft eligible till next year. So I'll be watching him over the summer. So actually, let me add him right now. To next year's watch list. I already got a ton of running backs. I'm excited to watch next year. So the running backs I have currently for my watch list for 2027 for the summer: Ahmad Hardy, easy, Mizzou. Isaac Brown for Louisville, but he got hurt this year, unfortunately. Carlos Durham or Caden Durham from LSU. They also have another back there, but I don't know what his draft eligibility is. Nate Frazier from Georgia, Jaden Baugh from Florida, Kwan Lacey from Ole Miss, Antoine Raymond from Rutgers, Jamal Roberts from Mizzou, and now I just added Xavier Robinson from Oklahoma. Wide receiver, I got a ton of guys. I got the Tennessee, Braylon Staley, Mike Matthews, Mario Craver from A&M. You got Bryant Wesco Jr. from Clemson, Wingo from Texas, Cam Coleman, Auburn, Ryan Williams, Bama, Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State. So there's some excitement, man. There's some excitement for the 2027 class. Today's been a good day. Tomorrow's going to be a nice slate of football too. Should be, man. Should be. Yeah, Hurricanes, Dolphins, I'll have on in the background as I get my kids ready for church. But, dude, as a Dolphins fan, they're not games I particularly look forward to watching. I mean, I'm going to root for my team, but I'm looking more forward to the offseason for the Dolphins. Broshmo, which football position do you think is super underrated in the modern game, and which do you think has lost value with the modern day style? Linebacker, I always think is underrated. If you could find a guy that not only is that tone setter, but someone that could be that green dot, I think that's huge. Simpson going over the middle, no one there. Was trying to get it to Bernard wide open, but missed him. A position that I think has lost value. Huh. Part of me thinks corner because corner really become a position where the production's so volatile. If you could just get a good group, not a superstar corner is not necessarily going to change your secondary, but it's the combination of a solid crew. It's almost become similar to offensive line where, oh, we got a stud tackle, but two or three of our positions are below average in terms of starters. They become so much of a liability. It doesn't matter if you have an all-star tackle. Corner, secondary in general, I think has kind of been the same way. I like watching HN as well. Thoughts on Nico? Do you think he's a late day 3 or UFA if he comes out? He's not coming out this year. I think he would be day 3. Oh, he gets it to Cuevas. Touchdown. Wide open. Walk in. Oh, man, this is so much better than the Pitt Notre Dame game. Oh, the excitement. Tyler, you like watching HN? I do too, man. I liked HN coming out of A&M. For a smaller back, he plays hella physical, keeps the feet moving through contact, and then home run speed doesn't hurt. Who do I think wins the American? Oh, dude, that's $1 million question. I want to lean North Texas, but I think they're currently outside looking in when it comes to Tulane and Navy. Do you think the NFL is starting to cool off on first round quarterbacks? I don't think so. It's just such a valuable position. It's worth taking the shot every year. It's just worth taking the shot. If you had a roster full of average players and could add 3 superstars, which position would you pick? QB is a given. What are the other 2? Pass rusher, edge rusher, and wide receiver. I think easy. If you could give me a bunch of average players at all my other positions, then give me Micah Parsons or Myles Garrett. Give me Jamar Chase, and then give me your quarterback of choice, and we'll call it a day. How many first-round quarterbacks do you think there will be? I would put the over-under this year at 2.5. I would say 2. I think it could be similar to last year, except for instead of one going first overall and then one going at the back end of the first round, I think we're going to see 2 in the top 10, and then the next one maybe taken sometime on day 2, because it really depends on who decides to come back. I mean, dude, look at the Rams. I think they're the best example of investing in positions that matter. I mean, Matthew Stafford, and then Puka. Of course, you got Devontae there, but Puka's the star. Jared Verse, who has allowed Byron Young to explode this year. Byron Young's always been a solid player, but this year he has taken his game to another level. And they're doing it. Look at their secondary. Yeah. Quentin Lake is playing good football. Cam Curl's playing good football. I wouldn't say those guys are superstars. Gets it out to Xavier Robinson, who's going to be down. It's going to make it like a 2nd and 2 at the Oklahoma 45. But dude, Emmanuel Forbes is out there playing good football for them. They've brought in Roger McCreary, who I don't think has played yet. But Witherspoon, he went down. They have Kobe Durant, who's playing solid. Like, you just have solid average players. And if you get a collection of those, then you're going to have more stability on your squad. Robinson's going to pick up the first down, hard run. He's out around midfield, maybe the Alabama 49. We got Eric. I might be crazy, but I think Will Anderson is a first ballot Hall of Famer from the little we've seen from him in the NFL so far. Hey, dude, Will Anderson's hella good, dude. Hella good. We're gonna get another handoff to Robinson here, who breaks one tackle, but good wrap up there. Oh, Damani Jackson on the field making a play after I just made him a stock down player because he's been out of the starting lineup. Damani, and stopping the run nonetheless. Damani Jackson. The same Damani Jackson who basically gave up like 100 yards rushing because of poor angles in the Georgia game. Damani Jackson is back on the field, by the way. Is this a Damani Jackson resurgence game? All right, we're going to get a quick screen out to Satania, but he's wrapped up quickly. And that's Keon Sabb with a stop. Nice. It's going to set up 3rd and 7. USC going for a field goal before half to make it an 11-point game. Looks like we got a timeout, Alabama. If Oklahoma wins, do you think of both teams get in? Yeah, I think Bama will be fine. It does make that game at Auburn much more scary. I believe that game this year is at Jordan Hare. And you just never know what'll happen. Yeah, it's at Jordan Hare. So you never know what'll happen. But Alabama wins out there in. I think that they went out there in. This would be huge for Oklahoma. Because a lot of people view Oklahoma on the outside looking in. They've had by far one of the toughest schedules in the SEC. And I still think it is tough heading out. Oklahoma football. All right, Mateer dropping back. There's pressure. He's trying to scramble. He gets it out. A little too high for Blaylock, but there's a flag. I mean, Oklahoma still has games against Missouri and LSU, but both those games are at home. LSU. Oh, it's offensive face mask, so it's 4th down. Missouri, they're down to their 3rd string quarterback. LSU, their season's over. so Oklahoma's got a spot. All right, here comes the punt. Should be really good field position. Oh, no fair catch. They actually return it, but yeah, I thought Oklahoma pins them deep-ish. Sets up Alabama to start their drive at the 13, their own 13. Dude, Jacob Rodriguez got a rushing touchdown. Oh, buddy. Texas Tech is up 35-2. What a hilarious score. 35-2. All right, empty backfield. Simpson's dropping back. He's going to check it down to his back. And, oh, man, he is tackled. Might have lost a yard there. Yeah, Texas Tech is legit. Texas Tech that's a very good football team there. They are easily, I think, the best team in the Big 12. I wanted to make them my favorites in the Big 12 so bad at the beginning of the year. Instead, I went with the safe option that ended up not being safe at all. Kansas State. They had so many guys returning. What do returning starters mean? Apparently nothing. All right, gets the ball out quickly to Cuevas, who's going to pick up the first down. Blitz came in quick. Simpson made a quick decision there. They're down to the 27. Their own 27. I don't know if Nick Anderson's playing for LSU. Izzy, I think ASU to make the Big 12 championship game, they need BYU to lose a game. And I think maybe even Utah, right? Let's actually pull that up. I'm pretty sure they need Utah to drop a game as well, which Utah has games against Kansas, Kansas State, Baylor. Oh, no, they're ahead of the Utes. Do they got a win over Utah? Yeah, they do. They do got the win over Utah. No, they don't. Utah's got the win. So Utah smashed them. That's right. So Utah will have the head-to-head victory, so they'll be ahead of Arizona State. It's just Arizona State's got one more victory right now. They're gonna need BYU to drop a game. They're gonna need Utah to drop a game. They're gonna need technically Houston to drop another conference game as well. So Arizona State, excuse me, a lot needs to happen for them to get into the Big 12 championship game. We're going to hit refresh and we're going to do a scuttlebutt. Also, guys, if you didn't know, we're raising money for the Magnolia Foundation. It helps parents who have lost children. Get near and dear to my heart. So if you want to give, links in the description. It's the pinned comment in the chat. It's the pinned post on my X account. I left a post on the stream as well if you want to give. All right, so we got Marshall up 38-18 on Georgia State. We got North Texas up 46-24 on UAB. Missouri State's up 24-7 on UTEP. New Mexico still up 10-0 on Colorado State, though Colorado State in the red zone. Texas Tech, they're up 35-2 on Central Florida. Man, we're tied up. Georgia Tech tied up with Boston College, one of the worst teams in the Power 4. Iowa at half is up 21-10 against USC. Penn State's up 14-10. Keep an eye out on that game. I'm looking to cover. Need them to win by a touchdown. Illinois is up 14-6 against Maryland. Western Kentucky's up 21-10 on Middle Tennessee. Nevada's up 31-0 on San Jose State at halftime. James Madison, they're up 24-0. They were 20-point favorites, and they are right now covering. Monroe is up 14-7 on South Alabama. Texas State, man, pounding Southern Miss 27-0. I mean, we'll take a quick look at the Sun Belt after this. Dude, Virginia creating all kinds of chaos right now. They could actually, a Virginia win helps save the ACC from Duke being a potential conference championship winner. Virginia up 14-3. Miami's up 17-0 on NC State. NC State, if they're going to win this game, it has to be a shootout, and so far the offense has done nothing. Memphis, ECU are tied up at 7. Tulane's up 21-10 on Florida Atlantic. Tennessee's up 14-0 early on New Mexico. Wake Forest is up 7-0 on North Carolina. Did I say Memphis? Wake Forest. No, I think I said Wake Forest. So that's what's currently going on in other games. Simpson gets it out to, I believe that's Cuevas again. Dude, they got to cover Cuevas, man. I don't know what's going on. Arizona State needs a lot more than just Tech losing to get in. They need losses in conference from Houston and Utah and BYU and Texas Tech. If they have any shot, that's just too much. It's not just they need Tech to lose. No, it's not that. They have head-to-head losses to Utah and Houston. If those two schools don't lose, then no, you're out. Sorry. Hand off to Hill, who's taking it past the 40 into field goal range. There's a flag down. Hold on the offense. It's coming back. All right, I do want to take a quick look at the Sun Belt rankings. Oh, look, whoops. I meant to go to the stand-ins. Okay, so technically Southern Miss has a 2-game lead in the West. So they should be in the clear. Oh, Simpson dumps it to Hill, who is going to be close to the first down on 2nd and 18. The clock is running. I imagine a timeout is coming. Or not. No, they're just going to get to the line quick. It's 3rd and 2. You got bunches down to your right. Here comes the blitz. Simpson scrambling, dumps it, gets the first down. Cuevas, dude, he's eating them up, man. Guard this man. He's eating up the Oklahoma defense. .29 seconds left. Alabama at the Oklahoma 39. Bama has 2 timeouts. Got Cuevas down low, trips up top. And they're only bringing 3, and he dumps it. Oh, it's dropped, I think. Dropped by Jam Miller. It's going to set up 2nd and 10. Oh, you ready to get out, bud? Oh, sorry, coach. You're free. All right, 25 seconds. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up. Simpson throwing a corner out, but no one there for a corner out. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Might have just been getting the ball away with pressure coming. Jam went to high school 40 minutes from where I live. That's dope, dude. That's dope, Jeffrey. That's cool. Timeout, Oklahoma. Big 3rd down coming up right now. And Houston still play. Yeah, Houston could still play in the Big 12 championship game. Oh, I guess let's pull it up again. I mean, we're talking possibilities. Let's just keep this tab open. So they're gonna need a BYU loss. So let's say BYU loses to maybe a Cincinnati or a TCU. What pushes them over the edge? Oh, Simpson has Bernard, and he got the foot down. That's complete. What a catch by Bernard. Oh, he said bobbled incomplete. Oh. Your brother played Tyree Wilson in high school as well. Oh, that's wild. That's fun. So Houston would have a loss to West Virginia and Texas Tech. BYU has the win over Texas Tech, but then Cincinnati, TCU. I think a TCU victory for Houston and BYU losing to TCU gives Houston maybe the edge to get in. Maybe, I don't know. You might need more losses from BYU. I don't know what the tiebreaker would be there. Oh, yeah, he didn't survive the ground. Crap. That sucks. Yeah, no, that's incomplete. Bernard didn't survive the ground. He clearly caught that. He didn't survive the ground. He hits the ground, the ball comes loose. You got to survive the ground. All right, they're going to go for it on 4th and 10 because they don't want to go for the 56, 57-yard field goal. All right, Simpson dropping back. Here comes the pressure. He gets it. Horton wide open, down to about the 25. 6 seconds left, and they'll probably bring out the field goal unit. Though they have another timeout if they want to run another play. More so maybe just to get it in a better position for their field goal kicker. All right. So they are going to send out the offense for one more play. I imagine. I don't know if you got enough time to take a shot at the end zone. I don't think you do. And yeah, you're going to get a quick throw. It gets out of bounds. Only spent 3 seconds. It's going to make that a 35, 36-yard field goal. Who you got winning? Seahawks, Rams. Me personally, I'm going with the homer pick, my Seahawks. I don't really have a team there. I think it should be a fun game. Both offenses have been impressive. You can make an argument those have been the best two teams in the NFC. I don't really have a dog in that. If you're going to ask me to bet it, I won't. Yeah, yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Skater boy Pat O'Connor went on IR. I don't think that's a big loss for the Lions. I believe Oklahoma just spent their last time out here. Tice the kicker. Let's get the slide whistle here. Oh, they cut. They cut Pat O'Connor. Oh, I misread that. Oh, must have been some sort of injury waiver then. All right, here comes the field goal. Oh my gosh, nowhere close. Wide left, and he is mad. He is yelling at the holder, I think. Or maybe the long. No, he's yelling at the lawn snapper. The kicker's pissed. Yeah, high snap. And the ball is actually hit too. It's tipped by the defensive line as it comes out. Damn, dude, kicker pissed. I love that. Kicker is hot. He's bad. He's ticked. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, let me get Gojo up in here. All right. Well, we're here at halftime. Probably a good time to talk about the draft guide. If you like the NFL draft like I do, and if you're viewing this channel, you probably do, then hey, I got good news. I go deep. I already have 300 player evals and counting, along with over 600 prospect backgrounds. You might be interested in this.
We love the NFL draft, and now my draft guide is available for purchase. It comes with over 500 player backgrounds and close to 300 player evals. It updates throughout the whole draft cycle. So when I add a new eval or I change my rankings, you're going to be the first to know. It's going to have all the pro day and combine numbers along with analytics. And it's a Google spreadsheet for right now. So you have to include your email with the purchase, but we will be switching over to a website at the end of the year. And if you get it now, it's going to be cheaper now than it will be later. It's a great way to support the channel. And as always, much appreciated, much obliged.
All right. Just checking football Twitter right now, or football X. Just sounds so dirty when you say that. Football X. Well, let's see. Oh man, you got people laughing at the ACC for Boston College, Georgia Tech being tied up. Is what it is. Is what it is. Let's see. Oh, who has the worst defense, Bengals or Bearcats? Golly, kind of feels like the Bengals, right? Kind of feels like the Bengals. I haven't watched much of the Bearcats' defense this year, believe it or not. Here you go, Coach. Hey, can you close the door for me, bud? Thanks, my dude. Oh. So take a quick gander. Oh, let's do Control Fs. Cincinnati, they have the 62nd best pass coverage unit. That seems fine. They have the 51st worst Russian unit. They seem like a very average defense. And do we have points per game? They got the 91st best defense in terms of points allowed. So it doesn't look like their defense is all that bad. I hope the Bengals get right against the Steelers. It's kind of a must. It's kind of a must. So biggest comeback in program history for Texas A&M. Teams trailing by 27 plus points in SEC play. They are the first team to come back down 27 points in SEC play. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts for A&M. Oh, Mike Elko. So they did finalize the 6-year extension. Ugh. Oh, here comes the Navy highlights, dude. South Florida. So many explosive plays allowed today. So right now, best chance to reach the college football playoff. JMU is at 43%. Tulane, North Texas, 28 and 27%. Oh, Wisconsin already said that Fickle's going to be back next year. Woof. All right, USC starting with the football. They're on the move. They're inside Iowa territory. Oh, and they're inside the 20 now. Down at about the 12 or 11-yard line, but there is a flag. Ugh. And it's a hold on USC. Come on. Who's LSU going to hire? Lane Kiffin's probably at the top of the list. Sure, Joe Brady's name's going to be floated around. I think Summerall from Tulane makes the most sense. Because I just don't think Lane leaves Ole Miss. Yeah, that's a bad hold. You got to call that. Let's buy the wide receiver too. All right, they're at the Iowa 40 after the penalty, 1st and 14. Mayava's going deep down the sideline. He gets it to Makai Lemon, who's inside the 15. What a catch. Yeah, Lane leaving would surprise me. It's not out of the cards, though. It's not out of the cards, but it would surprise me. It would surprise me if Lane looks at a deal and doesn't go to Ole Miss to see if they're willing to match, and I imagine they would, right? My gosh, dude. Every step in this Iowa game, so much water just splashing off the turf. All right, 2nd and 7 for USC at the Iowa 11. They can still get a first down. Mayava, he's hit as he throws. It looks like they whistled it incomplete, not a fumble. It's going to set up 3rd and 7. There's so many coaching vacancies in college football right now, from Penn State to stinking to Oregon State. You got Auburn, you got LSU, Florida. So many jobs available. Virginia Tech, seemingly, maybe they have that figured out. Arkansas, Colorado State. Oh, we got a toss up to the end zone. Incomplete. No flag. Looks like they're going to hold them to a field goal, probably. Here, let's actually take a look at college football coaching vacancies. No, not vaccines, vacancies. Vacant jobs. There we go. Oh, let's see. You got UAB, you got UCLA, you got Stanford. Goodness gracious. There's so many jobs open. And that's not even including some of the jobs that may come open for coaches that maybe leave, because Tulane could be open if you do see Summerall leave. Ole Miss could be open if Lane Kiffin does decide to leave. Yeah, we're going to be doing Texas and Georgia after this. I don't think he's draft eligible. I don't. Okay, if a guy, just because it took him 6 years to finish high school, it matters how many years he's been in college. And Spartan, it's not a super chat, so I don't have to read it. It's not a super chat, so I don't know why you called it a super chat. That's once again a lie on your part. So is what it is. I wonder if Kelvin Shepherd will be looked at for the LSU. You got to imagine it might be something on the table. You got to imagine. You got to imagine it'll at least be talked about. But I don't think Shepherd's leaving the NFL. I think there's a reason to believe that Shepherd sticks around for maybe a potential head coaching job in the future. So USC nails the field goal. They go up, or they make it an 8-point game. Boston College is beating Georgia Tech, by the way. Golly, dude. Let's look at that Virginia. Are we still at halftime for Virginia? They just started. Man, I try to tell y'all, Miami was going to make this a game. They were going to make this one of those games where it's like, hey, look at us, look at this performance. We're out here to impress. We might run this score up. I don't know what you call it, a beauty pageant type of game. What channel is Georgia Tech? I don't know. I can look it up real quick. I could Google it for you. Let's see. ESPN2 has Duke and Virginia. ACC Network has Georgia Tech, Boston College. Ugh. All right, USC, can they get a stop? That is the question. Oh, wow, UTEP came roaring back. They've tied the game with Missouri State. There's still a lot of football to be played. They're in the third quarter, but that's nuts. Spartan, dude, I literally will let everyone know when kickoff is. It's the game I'm covering, bro. I don't know what you're worried about. Yeah, look at this first half drive summary for Iowa. Touchdown, punt, touchdown, touchdown. All right, we got 2nd and 6 for Iowa. Tight end in motion. No handoff. Quick screen that will pick up a first down and then some. I say quick screen, more of a swing route done to the strong side where you have blockers out in front. No, I'm not here to be your own personal Google, buddy. All right, 1st and 10. We're going to get a handoff here for Iowa. Picks up good 5 yards. Golly. All right. Wow. Texas Tech. They're up 36. They've already covered. Beautiful. Penn State. They're still up only 14-10. Looks like Michigan State's in field goal position. They're in scoring position. Yay! San Jose State. They got on the board. They got a field goal. It's a reason to celebrate. This would be Nevada's first win in Mountain West in conference play. JMU about to go score again on app. Man, I'm kind of shocked by this performance or lack thereof for Southern Miss. And it looks like we will be back to kickoff here for Bama, Oklahoma. I guess Sooners will start with the football. And third down stop by USC. Iowa is at midfield. Maybe you go for it on 4th and 3. We got the kickoff. We're not going to get a return. Oklahoma will get the ball at their own 25. All right, you got it. Satania in motion. They're going to hand it off to Satania, who's got room outside. Oh, that was a big tackle by number 5 there for Bama. Because, man, if he got past him, that's a touchdown. Big pickup by Satania. And handoff to Robinson, who picks up about 8. Why did I doubt Oklahoma? Well, shoot. Have you listened to anything I've said over this last, 6 hours? No our Mason Thomas. Materier's inability to pass the football since the injury. I mean, come on, man. No, I haven't had chicken tenders from Wendy's. I don't trust chicken tenders from fast food. I mean, chicken nuggets, I guess, technically are chicken tenders. Kind of, sort of. You got trips down low. He could have gone over the middle, but he got forced out. Materier's going to try to run with it. Oh, and he just eats a hit by Deontay Lawson. Materier just powered through him. There is a flag, and it's holding on Oklahoma. Spartan, you could look up that information. I'm watching the game currently. I'm watching and reacting to the game. 2nd and 13 after the penalty. Mateer in shotgun, fakes the handoff. He's going to dump it to the running back. Oh, man. And that's Morgan who came down and knocked him down. It's going to be 3rd and 13. Dude, Spartan, look it up. I'm not doing a scoreboard, bro. I'm reacting to the game. We're mid-drive, dude. Come on, bro. Come on. I'm just going to start ignoring your comments. Last time I checked, it was 17-3. Virginia was up. We'll do a scoreboard when we get a moment. 3rd and 13. Mateer dropping back. Pressure. He steps up. He's got a man. It's Satania inside the Alabama 40. Oh, and actually, Jalen Mayava, big throw downfield. Lemon with the huge catch. Nice. We got a couple of big plays going on at the same time. You got to love it. All right. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 after the fumble out of bounds. Oklahoma at the Alabama 39. Mateer dropping back. Here comes pressure. He's rolling. He's going to tuck it, but he's going to be sacked. And that's Keon Sabb. Another big play in this game. So we're going to have a 3rd and 15 at the Bama 41. Dropping back, slings it. Looks like they were maybe just fighting to, or just going to put it in field goal position, making a manageable kick. It's going to be a 50-some yarder. They just dump it down. So Tate Sandell, he's 6'6" from 50 plus. That's a nutty stat. And no, it's good. Oh man, that's a big leg. And I don't have this dude in the draft guide, do I? I mean, to be fair, he's a kicker. I'm not gonna say I'm in tune with the kickers, but I'm gonna make a note to add him in there. All right. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. It's always much appreciated, much obliged. If you're on the YouTube, if you're on the X, hit that heart. Again, hi. You're looking for Ronnie? Oh, where's Ari? I don't know. There you go. Oh. Oh, forgot where I was at, but we could do a quick scoreboard real quick. Oh yeah, we're doing today's stream and the next stream. We're raising money for the Magnolia Foundation. It helps assist parents who have maybe lost a child. So if that's something you want to donate to, check the link in the description. It's the pinned comment. If you're on the X, it's my pinned tweet. But we got tied up ball game. Missouri, UTEP 24 apiece. New Mexico's up 17-10 on Colorado State. Makai Lemon touchdown. USC, they're going to go for 2, but Makai Lemon coming in big. Texas Tech still up 38-2 on Central Florida. Boston College is up 21-17 on Georgia Tech. Upset brewing there. USC just scored a touchdown. We'll check back in on how the 2-point conversion goes. Penn State's up 14-10 on Michigan State. Illinois is up 14-6 on Maryland. Western Kentucky's up 28-16 on Middle Tennessee. Nevada's up 31-3 on San Jose State. JMU's up 34-0 on App State. South Alabama, they have taken the lead. They're up 20-14 on Monroe. You got Texas State up 27-0 on Southern Miss. Virginia extending the lead. They're up 24-3 on Duke. Miami extending the lead. Again, this is a beauty contest. They're trying to look good. They're up 31-0 on NC State. Memphis, they're up 17-10 at half on East Carolina. Tulane's up 21-10 on Florida Atlantic at half. Tennessee's up 21-3 on New Mexico State. Wake Forest is up 7-3 on UNC. You got Liberty up 14-7 on Florida International as well. What inspired me to pick this charity? Well, because I'm a parent. I saw it on the Josh Pate show. Again, anything when it comes to like raising money for children or family, I'm all about that. So that's why. Curious about the various of trade value in the draft by what do you, okay, hold on. I'm going to start with your first question, Brandon. Do you know anyone who does numerical analytics of the draft? Curious about the various variances of trade value in the draft year by year. So, dude, it varies team to team. You're never going to get it right. They have their own trade chart in terms of how much they value certain picks. Oh, just out of Bernard's reach, he dives and just misses it. Side note, you could Google that. Ryan Hill has his own draft trade chart. But again, that's something you're never really going to get completely right because each team has different value when it comes to all these picks. All right, 2nd and 10 here for Alabama at their own 25 after the incompletion. Nope, we get a handoff to Hill, who's going to have a big run. Breaks the tackle. I passed the 40, the 50, down around about the 45, officially the Oklahoma 47. What a big run. 28 yards for Daniel Hill. Miami game is close. Yeah, it's close. No, Jam Miller's not hurt. They've been doing a split backfield for a minute. Riley's been seeing less play in that backfield, but Hill's seen substantially more carries. So it's Hill and Miller that are like the main backs there. All right, 1st and 10 from the Oklahoma 47. You're going to hand it right back off to Hill, but he's hit immediately in the backfield. Might have lost a yard, might have got back to the line of scrimmage. So USC did not get the 2-point conversion. So they are currently still down 21-19. Jam Miller now in the game. Empty backfield, though. 2nd and 10. Simpson dropping back, dumps it. Cuevas, who hurdles over a missed tackle, and he's down at the 30. Nasty hit there, though, by Spears Jennings. Dude, hurdles over the defender there. All right, 1st and 10. You got empty backfield, and Oklahoma is off coverage here. You could get easy yards on a quick pass. And no, they want to go deep. Ryan Williams. No, was that Ryan Williams? No, that's Isaiah Horton, ain't it? Yeah, that's Isaiah Horton down officially at the 1. Side note, Boston College just went up 28-17 on Georgia Tech. They get to the line quickly. Okay, it's officially down at the 2. 1st and goal. They're going to hand off to Jam Miller, who is close. He may have reached across. They're signaling he's down at the 1. 2nd and goal. Yeah, it looks like he's down. Yeah, he's down before he gets there. 2nd and goal. They got a Hill taking the direct snap, empty backfield. And he's just going to run this sucker. Touchdown. Bama. Lead. Well, seemingly if they can hit the point after, they seemingly take the lead, but and there it is. Point after is good. Bama, first lead of the day, up 21-20 on Oklahoma. Hell yeah, we got a good game brewing here. Oh my gosh, freak interception. Is there a flag there? Because it looked like the wide receiver got tackled before the ball even came out. Or before the pass even arrived there. That could be a big pick by USC, though. Big change of momentum for the Trojans. Let's get a replay. Replay, I do say, let's see it. Here we go, replay. So you got a mug front. No, the receiver was actually diving backwards for the ball because he kind of sat on the route and it bounced off his knee. Oh my gosh, what a freak interception for USC. Brandon, boo. So I changed the channel from USC's game and something immediately happened. Yeah, it did. That's why you got to have it on 2 screens. Got to have games on multiple screens here. Yeah, no, that looks like a clean interception. Wide receiver sat on the route. I thought Gronowski did a good job having to throw it, not necessarily across his body, but having to throw it back. And just unfortunate, just bounces off his knee. Woof. I can't believe that. Oh man, we've had a good day of college football on the second slate. A very good day of college football. What's the college primetime game tonight? It's Texas, it's Georgia. Big implication. Big implications there. All right, let's see if Oklahoma can respond here. Big flag. Oh, I wasn't watching the USC. I wasn't seeing what was going on with the USC, but pass interference, it appears. Oh, wow. Oh, that is a big flag. He basically tackled him. Doesn't really matter that it was in the end zone. College football, it's a 15-yard penalty, first down. As it should be. NFL, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it that it's a spot foul. All right, Mateer dropping back, going over the middle, open, tight end, first down, close to midfield, probably down about the 47. All right, going quick, up tempo, gets it out once again. Same tight end. Let me get that name. That is Jermichael Carter. Back-to-back receptions for him. Thoughts on SmackDown going back? Is SmackDown going back to 3 hours? I did not see that. Oh yeah, moving back to 3 hours in January. Oh shucks. Dang, that's nuts. I mean, yeah, I don't mind more wrestling, but Friday night, that's gonna be tough. Tough for me to I might be watching a lot of the highlights on the WWE YouTube channel then. It's a little bit easier on a Monday night because it's like, dude, it's a work night, it's a school night. Yeah, I'll just sit in bed and watch me some Raw. SmackDown Friday night, though, that's going to be tough. All right, here comes 2nd and 2. Toss the Blaylock. There's a flag, but he is stopped for like a 4 or 5 yard loss. Let's see what the flag is. I can't imagine it. Is it going to be going against Alabama? Illegal formation. And penalties decline. It's 4th and 6. Officially a 4 yard loss. So are they going to punt this away? Play a position, field type of game? Yep, they are going to play the game of field position. They're going to let this sucker bounce, touchback. Oh, watch out. Watch out. Alabama right now hot to start the half. If you march downfield, make this a I mean, part of me, if you score a touchdown, that makes it 27. Do you just go for the 2 to try to make it a 3 or 2 score game rather than make it an 8 score game or 8 score game, an 8-point game? Part of me would actually want to go for 2 because it doesn't hurt you necessarily. It really doesn't. 3rd and 1 for USC, by the way. Trying to take the lead here versus Iowa. Well, they're going to go with a rollout pass, try to get it to the tight end. It will be a first down. Won't be a touchdown, but it will set up 1st and goal. That's a good throw and catch. I like that. That's a good throw and catch. Touchdown! USC, they have taken the lead. Run it in. Trying to avoid disaster here. Side note, over and under point total for Iowa USC was 48.5. I think there needs to be some consideration about going for 2 to make it a 7-point game, but they're just going to take the point after. Oh, no, never mind. I forgot. Iowa had 21. So now that's 47 total points. Next score has them hit the over. I thought that 48 number might have been a little low. But I also knew there was no way I was betting that game. There's no way I was betting that game. All right, let's do a scoreboard. Of course, we got to hit the refresh button. All right, we got Missouri State has retaken the lead. They're up 31-24 on UTEP. New Mexico's up 20-17 on Colorado State. Texas Tech's up 41-9 on Central Florida. Georgia Tech, they're in scoring position. They're at the Boston College 9, but they're down 11, 28-17. USC just took the lead. We already mentioned that. Penn State's up 14-10 on Michigan State. You got Simpson dropping back, pressure coming in, but he drops it to Hill, dumps it off. That was probably his hot read. And picks up about 4 yards. So it's going to set up 2nd and 6. Illinois is up 21-6 on Maryland. Western Kentucky's up 28-23 on Middle Tennessee. Nevada's up 38-3 on San Jose State. James Madison, they're rolling. South Alabama, they're up 26-14 on Monroe. Hey, Southern Miss just scored. Good on them. Texas State still up 27-7. Duke is not covering. They hand off to Hill, who fights for the yardage. I thought it was going to be no gain, but he ends up picking up maybe 3. Virginia's rolling. They're up 31-3. I am curious to see what Manessa's done in this game. You got Miami up 34-0 on NC State. Tied up ball game. Memphis, East Carolina. Tulane's up 21-10 on Florida Atlantic. Tennessee's up 21-3 on New Mexico State. Simpson going over the middle, and he misses. It was going to be contested on Jeremy Bernard, but it looks like they're going to have to punt this away. A 4th and 3. Wake Forest is up 14-3 on North Carolina. Liberty's up 21-14 on Florida International. Coastal and Georgia Southern just got underway. I did want to see the stats here. Manessa, 50% completion rate, no interceptions. Looks like the offense just hasn't done anything, and the defense is just getting ran on. Look at this. Jamari Taylor going off. 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chandler Morris, 305 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Golly gee. Any fumbles? Chandler Rivers even has an interception in this game for Duke. 2 fumbles, none of them lost, though, but they do have 1 loss. Huh. Nonetheless, we're going to get Oklahoma, seeing if they can do something on this drive. This year is extremely crazy, Edward. Dude, this is the most parity we've had in college football in as long as I can remember. And I love it. Oh, I feel like there may have been a false start there by Oklahoma, but no harm, no foul, no real gain on the play. Maybe a yard by Xavier Robinson. Are you into college basketball at all? Once the conference tournaments start, that's when I get into college basketball. All right, 2nd and 9. You got Mateer rolling out. Oh, out of the hands of Satania. So it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Yeah, college basketball I get into right around the conference tournaments, just because we still got off season and we got NFL playoffs in January, Senior Bowl in January. The combine will be in February, so it's my hottest time of the year. So I kind of got to be in tuned with what's going on via the draft and free agency, which starts March 11th. So I be a busy boy. I be a busy boy. If you want to early look at NFL free agency, by the way, I went over the top free agents, not even the top. I went deep into the free agent class for 2026. You could take a look at that. I released that video this past Wednesday. All right, here comes 3rd and 9. Iowa trying to convert a 3rd and 7 as well. Mateer dropping back. He's got time. He guns it. There's a flag. Carter thinking maybe a little pass interference. And it looks like Iowa converted the 1st down. Chop block on it's an offensive penalty. So it is 4th down. Oh, Iowa, matter of fact, I don't think they did convert. That ball touched the ground. So that's going to be an incompletion. All right, here comes the punt. Golly, sky high. And we are going to get a return from Ryan Williams, who's able to get that out to about the 17. I had to pick up more beer. This game's close. I missed so much. Yeah, it is a close game. Iowa USC's in a dogfight as well. Dude, every week is a good week of college football. All right, Simpson is under center. He's got Isaiah Horton in motion. We're going to get a handoff here to Jam. Gets it out past the 20, down at about the 22. It's going to set up 2nd and 6. And we're going to get a nope. Simpson's going to hold on to it. Makes a guy miss. Gets the first down. And golly. Goes to the air and gets landed on, but he's up. He's good. Golly. That scares me. Simpson. Halfback one. That's funny. Ananiah Sko Ducks. Yeah. Very dominant win over Minnesota this past Friday. Is Illinois in a dogfight with Maryland? I thought they extended the lead there. All right, we're going to get another handoff to Jam Miller, who's going to break it outside, but he probably gains 2. They're calling him down at the 31. It's going to be 2nd and 9 officially. Here, let's take a gander at this Illinois game real quick. As on a side note, Missouri State extends the lead. I mean, it's 21-6. If Maryland could get a score, it makes it a 1-score game. But right now, Illinois very much in control. All right, Simpson dropping back. Looks like a screen that just Oklahoma broke up. All right, here comes 3rd and 9. They're at their own 31. You got wide receivers wide. Here comes pressure. Simpson. Oh, I think that's a live football. That's a fumble. That's a strip sack. He was trying to get it out. Got hit as he threw. Let's get a replay here. Yeah, no, he wasn't even reeling to throw. That's a turnover. Oklahoma ball. Golly, what a hit. Gnarly hit. Oh, you're getting so many pass interference calls right now against Iowa in this game. And let me tell you, they are justified. Golly. Iowa's coming. They're a disciplined team, and they're coming apart at the seams. And this one was on Jacoby Lane, or was against Jacoby Lane. The ball was underthrown. All right, we got a 2nd and 7. Mateer dropping back. Here comes some late pressure. Mateer wants to go deep, trying to get a back shoulder throw. Good coverage. There's a flag, though. There was some hand fighting. Did he kiss it? It looks like it, Brandon, dude. That the pass interference was that gnarly. Yeah, he's got a hand on him, pulling and tugging. That's going to be 1st and goal for Oklahoma. They are at the Alabama 10. Oh, man. Jaden Mayava accidentally throwing a backwards pass. Could have been bad. Luckily, it bounces out of bounds, but it sets up a long third down. All right, here comes first and goal. Mateer going to hand this sucker off. And I think that's Blaylock going nowhere with it. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. We're going to the fourth, baby. The fourth. All right, 3rd and 13 for USC. They're at their own 40. Mayava dropping back, throwing an out route. It's going to be well short of the sticks, though. All right, we're going to do a quick scoreboard. Before we do that, I do want to remind y'all we're doing it. We're doing the stream today, this stream, and then our next stream will be for the Magnolia Foundation. It's a organization that donates money, invests in helping families, parents that have lost children, whether that be mental assistance, helping financially with medical and funeral costs, making sure that there are people there to help them out during holidays. Cause I mean, that's kind of big anniversaries and whatnot. So just making sure people are mentally a-okay, because when you do lose a child, it's a horrible thing. I've had a couple of friends in my lives, because I've lived multiple, but in my life that have lost children. I have a good buddy Jay, about 10 years ago, lost his first daughter to a brain tumor. We just did a fundraiser for the American Heart Association that was led by my buddy Kyle, who he's a police officer here where I live, well-respected member of the community. They lost their first child within about a week or so because she had a congenital heart disease. So this is something that strikes close to me. So there is a link in the description. There is a link in the pinned comment if you're on the X. I left it in a post underneath the stream. It's also pinned in my it's the pinned post in my X account. Let's go ahead, get to the scoreboard. So that Missouri still up by 2 scores. Looks like they're going to seal this one away. New Mexico, they're up 20-17. Colorado State does have the ball. Hold the phone. Might be one final play there. Texas Tech is cruising past the Golden Knights. Don't know if they're still golden, but they are Knights. We got Georgia Tech down 8. They do have the football, 9 minutes left. USC's up 26-21 on Iowa. Penn State has gone up by 11 on Michigan State. Illinois is up 21-6 on Maryland. You got Western Kentucky up 28-23 on Middle Tennessee. Nevada's up 45-3 on San Jose State. JMU rolling by App State. You have South Alabama, who has just been hot after Monroe goes up 14-0 to start the game. They're 26 unanswered points there. They're up by 12. Southern Miss, I think this is their homecoming game, right? They didn't show up. Texas State, they're up 34-7. Duke's getting pounded. They're down 31-3 against Virginia. So we will no longer have that doomsday scenario where Duke wins the ACC. Miami's up 34-0 on NC State. Memphis is up 24-17 on ECU. Tulane's up 21-10 on Florida Atlantic. Tennessee's up 28-3 on New Mexico State. Wake Forest up 14-6 on UNC. Liberty's up 21-17 on Florida International. We got a second and goal. It's a handoff to, I believe that's Robinson in the game. Could be Blaylock. Didn't catch the number. It is indeed Blaylock. Picks up maybe a yard. It's 3rd and goal from the 7. Here, I'll get back to the chat in a sec, but we got an important 3rd and goal happening here for Oklahoma. All right, we got Mateer. He's going to want to run with it, and they swarm him. He maybe picks up a yard. They're going to bring out the field goal unit. Gojo, you want to go out there? I hear Akila barking. Do you want to go join her? No? Okay, you just let me know, buddy. Tyler, yes, it is a great cause. Can't even imagine going through that. Thank you, Broshmo. Thank you. You are the guys. You are the guys donating and helping out. I'm gonna send my donation probably after the Bama after the Georgia Texas game. Yeah, just because I didn't have time to do it prior to the streams today, but I'll be sure to do that with the American Heart Association. I dropped 530 again. That was an important cause for my buddies that were doing it. So I'll drop I'll drop a little donation for it. I think they have a space where you can leave a message to or a note, which is pretty cool. So I can't wait to do that. But thank y'all, straight up. Thank y'all for that. Yeah, buddy. There we go. Sooners up 23-21, have regained the lead. Also, with the American Heart Association, we did a great job. We were able to raise about a couple thousand. I think ultimately they ended up hitting their goal of 10,000 because they had their own fundraisers and events to raise money. So yeah, dude, we crushed it, man. We crushed it with the American Heart Association. Let's crush it with this. All right, Gojo. All right, Gojo, you're staying in here. Oh. All right, here comes the kickoff. No return. Side notes, a 3rd and 2 for Iowa. They're at their own 18. They are going to pick up the first down. Think Alabama's going to score a TD this drive? They might. Oh, yeah, my mouth hurts, dude. I talk too much. Bump, bump. You talk too much. All right, 1st and 10 for Bama at their own 25. I believe that's Hill lined up to, now moving to the right of Simpson. And they're going to hand it off to him. Power. Golly. Picked up maybe 5 or 6 yards on that. Just up the middle. All right. We got 2nd and 5 here. Hill lined up to the left this time. You got the pass catchers moving to the right side. And it is going to be another handoff. Dude. Brailsford didn't get out there to block. Dude, if he gets that block, he'll easily gets a first down. All right, we got 3rd and 5, empty backfield here. 3 to your left, 2 to your right. Yeah, Georgia Tech, Basakaj looking crazy. I bet, dude. I saw Georgia Tech just scored a touchdown. I don't know if they got the 2-point, though. All right, now Hill lined up in the backfield. No longer an empty backfield. Anticipating the blitz, maybe sitting back for pass pro, and he is. And wow, who hit Hill? Because Hill is not an easy guy to move backwards. Davon Jordan came in. And let me tell you, Hill is not an easy guy to move. Big sack, and you're going to get a punt. Dude, yeah, that was some nasty work. We're going to get a fair catch here at about the 30, and Oklahoma's going to take over. Nasty work there. Let's look at Iowa. Appears to be driving there on USC's side of the field. Illinois shut the door on Maryland scoring. Yeah, it kind of looked that way. Iowa is down at the USC 33. All right, I'm gonna do a quick bathroom break. So if you're on the YouTube, you're gonna get an ad just because, well, I'm not gonna be here, but I'll be back in a sec. Did I leave you in here? Coach, I didn't even know you were in here. Oh, no. Not here. Thank you, though. Dang, I didn't know Gojo was in here. Was he entertaining you guys? All right, we got 1st and 10 for Oklahoma. Mateer's going to hold on to it, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. It's going to be like 2nd and 1. I'm going to do a quick check on that Georgia Tech game. Oh, they scored it again. They've taken the lead. Tragedy potentially averted for Georgia Tech, but there's still 6 minutes left. Oh, Oklahoma. Who's that on the out route? That's Gibson for a 1st down. Hey, there's still 6 minutes left, Tyler. There's enough time for a Boston College upset. All right, we're going to get a handoff here to Robinson, who picks up maybe 3. Ty Simpson ain't playing bad. He needs to get the ball out. he hasn't got the ball out quick. There are a few times he needs to do a better job getting the ball out. All right. We got 2nd and 6. Mateer's got time. They're only rushing 3. I'm sure they got Jordan Jefferson on a spy. Oh my gosh, dangerous throw. What are you doing, Mateer? Should have been picked off. Got lucky. All right, Gojo wants back in. Oh, Tyler, you haven't seen Gojo? Hey, Gojo, you want to come in the frame? Oh, here you go. Here's Gojo. Oh, all right. Eee. How's that? Gojo? You want to give him a smile? No smile? You're gonna be stoic today, Gojo? All right. All right. Stoic Gojo today. All right, 3rd and 6. Gets it out quick, wide open. Is that Gibson again? It is Gibson. We got Ruger. Probably butchered that. You were here last week. Missed the entire day of college ball. Just getting to sit down now. How's Oklahoma and Bama been? Exciting. That's how it's been. Do you have a list of freshmen who have popped off this year? Not really. I mean, I don't write them down or anything, but there have been a couple of guys. Livingstone has done really well for Texas. He's kind of been the main target there. Who's the cat from? Oh no, I'm blanking. Like, there's a couple of freshman quarterbacks, like the Cal one. He's kind of cooled off. Don't look now. Duke rallying, 31-17. Golly, I feel like there was another freshman receiver. Oh, Alubade from Missouri. It's been impressive, but yeah, I haven't really kept tabs on. I don't really keep tabs on freshmen just because I'm a draft channel. If you're not eligible, I don't really want to hear it. Mateer making guys miss. Dude, Mateer doesn't look nearly as quick as he was earlier in the year. But decent little pickup, setting up a 3rd and 3. I'm just going to call you Internet. Yeah, got that, but I feel like he's got the feeling he needs to carry that O-line or offense, which is kind of true. That fumble wasn't on him, really. Yeah, no. The right tackle whiffed. By the way, Green's from Germany. Hopefully this isn't offensive. Wunderbar. Hopefully I didn't butcher that pronunciation either. Oh, no. Was there a false start? There was. 3rd and 8 for Oklahoma. Fagan rushed for 200 plus today. Wow, that's wild. I don't think Fagan's that great of a back. He's just big with decent launch speed. Greg, I talked my smack on Iowa fan base on our rival YouTube team and told them we were going to shut them down and win 24-21. It was a close score prediction. Yeah, it was. Oh, Mateer has to throw this at the ground, but goes off the foot of his offensive lineman. There wasn't really anyone in the area. I mean, it was supposed to be a screen, but he didn't get it far. I don't think he got it close enough. That might be intentional grounding. Yeah, there it is. There's the flag, intentional grounding. It was pronounced great, fabulous. So yeah, intentional grounding. Because I think he was trying to get it to. Yeah, it was supposed to be you had Satania coming back for kind of a middle screen. Not even close. Yeah. I have faith in my boys because how our Cali boys ball out in Cali High School. I had faith based on the early game comebacks. Yeah. Yeah, dude. USC. They played really well in the second half. All right. There, the field goal turns into a punt. Oh, and you get a really good bounce. Alabama's going to start at about the 6-yard line. Ruger, I know he hurt his hand. Does he have anything else going on? If he does have anything else going on, they're not telling us. College football, they keep injuries close to the chest. But I have not been impressed at all with Mateer. Dude, yeah. No, since he returned from hand surgery, I haven't been impressed with Mateer. I have been firmly Mateer returns to school. If Georgia Tech loses, who does this open the door for in the ACC? Virginia, and I'm assuming SMU. We could take a quick look at that. Though, let's take a look at the score. Oh, Boston College just took the lead. Oh, wild game happening down there. I might switch from the USC Iowa game. Does Pitt have a tiebreaker over SMU? They do not. Pitt still has Miami, and they have Georgia Tech. They have the hardest road in the ACC. I think SMU, they got a Louisville team that just lost to Clemson, and they get them at home. Get to play that at SMU, and then California. So if Georgia Tech goes down, I feel like we're probably looking at SMU, and then we're probably looking at Virginia. Fascinating. But yeah, let's switch that game. It looks like USC, they're already celebrating. It's a minute 25 left. Has USC sealed the game? Yeah, Iowa's out of timeouts. Yeah, it looks like it. So let's switch over. Let's find that Georgia Tech game. We know it's on the ACC network. All right. Here it is. Virginia's still up by quite a bit. Yeah, I think they're up 14 right now. But I mean, Duke has at least put up some offense. And Penn State, they pulled away perfect. They covered, loved it. Yeah, there's 6 minutes left. Virginia's driving. It's likely out of reach. I love seeing this, by the way. I love if Memphis could cover. This is the thing. I need Alabama to cover. I'm pretty confident that they won't. Now, could you see Cage Casey as a left guard in the league? Absolutely. Depending on his arm length, I think you'd still work him at tackle. They hand off to Hill, who picks up a couple. He's down at about the 9. Maybe he gets up to the 10. Yeah, Hill coming off. He kind of hit head first. Got chopped at the legs. Second and 7. Jam Miller motioning out. Simpson making some changes at the line. You got 5 seconds left on the play clock, Simpson. Gets it off. Here comes the blitz. And he's scrambling. And he's going to maybe pick up 1. Memphis game is going to the 4th quarter right now. 3rd and 5 for Bama. They're at their own 11. You kind of want to at least get one first down. Punt around here, man. You're giving Oklahoma good field position. Simpson dropping back. Gets it out to Bernard. First down. Down at the Bama 20. All right, 1st and 10. We're going to get a handoff to Jam, who's got some space, got some room. Picks up about 8 yards there. Nice. All right, 2nd and 2. Going to get a handoff here to Miller. Okay, they're starting to be able to run the football. Picks up the first down at about the Alabama 33. Now there's 4.5 minutes left. But if they're able to start running the football, that spells trouble. Because then they're going to be able to wind this clock down. Make this a long drive. Broshmo, who you got? Texas, Georgia. I would take Georgia. Would I take Georgia in the points? No, that's why I'm not betting it. But I would take Georgia to win. It's in Athens. And yeah, keep running until they can stop you. Good tackle up there, though. Only 2 yards, 2nd and 8. All right, Hill is back in the game. Here comes the blitz. Gets it out quick. Oh, mean tackle there. Is that Brooks with the reception? Oh, Brooks he's hurt. He's slow to get up. And I mean that might feel like unnecessary roughness. But at the same time, yeah, blow the whistle. Where's the stop of forward momentum? You can't really call unnecessary roughness if you ain't gonna blow the whistle. Hopefully he's okay. Maybe he was just cramped up. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, Georgia Tech game's at commercial. Where was the whistle? Well, I think the ref swallowed it. But look at this. We're down to 3 minutes. Bama. They could just keep winding this clock down, man. And before you know, if you're Oklahoma, you're sitting there like, we got to start using our timeouts. They're going to tick this clock away. Fearfully, how are you doing, my friend? Hey, OTC. So, or should I say OTDG, original tribal draft god? Oh gosh, I am not a god. I am not a deity, but I appreciate it. I only got one thing to say, blood and guts AW. Yeah, I heard it was really good. I saw some of the highlights. Yeah, Oklahoma hasn't really done much. Does no one want to win the ACC? No, nobody does. To be fair, Georgia Tech is in field goal position, though. They are in field goal position. They're going to try to force Boston College to start using their timeouts. Question for you: if there are available for the Lions, David Bailey or J Rod? I don't see Jacob Rodriguez as a first rounder. If David Bailey is available in the first round, yeah, you take him. We got Ruger. I don't know if it's me. I'm looking for chunk plays to score quick, give them the ball back, and try to hold them, or still have time for another drive. I don't know. If I'm Bama, I got some confidence in my defense, and if they're letting us be capable of running the football, yeah, force them to use timeouts. I would try to be winding the clock down and just get into field goal range. And hopefully what happened at the end of half doesn't happen again. High snap by the long snapper. We got internet saying who are your top 5 draft crushes that are kind of underrated at the moment? Is it fair to say Mekhi Lemon's underrated? Because I see him consistently in first round mocks. I don't see a lot of people give him top 10 love or sometimes top 15 love, and that might be warranted. I love Mekhi Lemon. He's my dude. Keith Abney, I never see this dude in first round mocks. I love Keith Abney. I think Abney is one of the best corners in college football there at Arizona State. I'm a big Trevor Gooseby guy. He might not come out this year, but I like Gooseby a ton. To that same sentiment, I like Monroe Freeland, the left tackle at Georgia, another guy that probably doesn't come out this year. I don't see him as a first rounder, but I like him on day 2. All right, we got 4th and 1, and they're going for it. And it's a fake. It's a toss backwards. And that's Brooks. A little redemption for the lack of a whistle there. He picks up the first down. Arizona versus Arizona State should be interesting. It typically always is. Let's see. Any other underrated guys? I feel like Poncho, the center there at Oregon, is underrated. A lot of most people don't. Most projections I see him around day 3. I have him top 50. I love the dude. Who are some underrated day 3 guys in the draft this year? It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say this early in the draft cycle. And you say early, we're like close to the end of the college football season. Not really. Most teams, we haven't really even started the draft process. Who would be another guy I'd throw in there? Man, I'm thinking. No one's really coming to mind. I'm trying to think maybe a tight end, but maybe not. Is there a running back I really like? No, I think for the most part, people are on a consensus when it comes to the running back. Go through the linebacker list. There's linebackers stacked. Linebackers stacked. Haven't heard anyone talk about Chase Track for the group of 5. Oh, wait, hold on. Chase Roberts from BYU. That's because he's old and he's an okay athlete. I'm not a big Chase Roberts guy. Does North Texas have the inside track for the group of 5? No, I think Tulane. No, group of 5. It's James Madison all the way right now. They win out. Shoot, even if they don't win out, I think they could probably take a loss to Washington State and still win out in conference and do it. I kind of like Jalen Daniels as a day 3 guy as a gadget. Yeah, no, firmly as a gadget dude, definitely. Reese, linebacker 1. Dude, people have him as edge 1. Jacob Rodriguez putting out a generational linebacker year. Yeah. I don't know what his numbers are compared to like Manti Te'o, because he was the last guy that people were really like talking about Heisman hype for at the linebacker position. All right, 3rd and 2. It looks like Georgia Tech are gonna just tick the clock down and take the game-winning field goal. What is he missing that makes him not a first rounder? Jacob Rodriguez, 6'1", 230. That's average height and weight right now for the linebacker position. He's probably going to have less than ideal length. He's an average athlete at that. He's a right place, right time, good instincts. Plays with his hair on fire. Plays with urgency. He's more quick than fast. He's not an elite athlete. I don't know if I even call him above average athlete. I think he is a good athlete. Mateo had 7 turnovers. Dang. Jacob has 13. Dude, that's wild. All right, 1st and 10, 2-minute timeout. Here comes a blitz. Simpson, are they saying he got sacked? Yeah, it's a sack. Down to the Alabama 33. Oh, he's so down. He's down. That's a sack. 3rd and 20 or 2nd and 21. And Simpson going deep. He had Isaiah Horton, but he undershot him. I don't think I really have a good comp right now for J-Rod. I don't really like start doing comps until after the combine, where I could get, because I like to be in the ballpark when it comes to metrics and athleticism. Oh, 3rd and 21. Oh, man. We're going to get a timeout here from Oklahoma. From Alabama? I mean, it's a big down. I get it, but oh, man. Minute 36. Born Stellar says Bryson Washington out of Baylor was a disappointment for me. Hoping moves to another program. Yeah, I didn't really love him coming out. He was a part of my second wave of of players that I watched prior to the college football season. I thought he was good, not terribly dynamic after the catch, didn't really create after contact. I had an early day 3 grade on him coming into the year. Dang, dude, we're down to minute 36. 11 seconds for Boston College. They're getting the ball back. They're up, or Georgia Tech's up 36-34 on a side note. So they are going to bring 4. Simpson gets it. It's going to be short of the first, but it makes it 4th and manageable. Gets it to Isaiah Horton. It's going to be 4th and 6. If you notice, Simpson, Oklahoma's done a good job of eliminating Cuevas in the second half. Tries to get it out, but it's underthrown. It's a turnover on downs, and that's your ball game, boys and girls. Where's Bradley in the chat? That's game. That's game. Dude, Oklahoma. Let's go. That's your ball game. Wow. Just wow. How did Oklahoma win? Turnovers. Turnovers. If they were going to win, especially without R. Mason Thomas, dude, they blitzed. At least it feels like they blitzed a lot more than they normally do. And typically Venables defenses are pretty pressure happy, blitz happy, but it felt like they did it a lot more in this game without R. Mason Thomas. They were able to force turnovers. That's how they won the game. Turnovers. Ty Simpson, they were in a lot of close games this year. And what was the thing that kept Alabama afloat was the lack of turnovers. Not today. Shoot, man. We got a little time until the Georgia-Texas game. So I want to take a look at what a college football top 25 might look like right now. I kind of want to take a gander. Oh my gosh, look at the look at James Madison's up 58-3. Holy smokes. Here, don't mind me while I pull this sucker up. Yeah, no, we're doing all well because since Eric, since we're doing the we're running the fundraiser for the Magnolia Foundation. I wanted to do 3 streams today, so that's a big part why. And I mean, we had big games today. We had big games. Oklahoma's remaining schedule. They get all these games at home. It's LSU and I can't remember the other one. I think it's Missouri. All right. Oh, they don't have theirs up yet. Let me pull this up. All right, we got a tier maker right here. Let's see. Oh, what channel they got? Oh, they're gonna have it over here. Yeah, dude, Texas Tech, they're gonna have a nice little rise. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, we're gonna do this based off the college football committee's power rankings, their playoff rankings. So, and we're gonna try to guess it. So, where's Ohio State? They're right here. Where's Indiana? They're right here. Where's Texas A&M? They're right here. All right, so we know the top three is going to remain unchanged. Bama drops. Georgia. Georgia, if they win tonight, it's in Athens. I don't think they drop. So let's just assume Georgia wins. They won't drop. Texas Tech will move up. They smashed the UCF. That's what your top five is going to look like. Bama, how far do they drop? I think Ole Miss probably gets ahead of them because they're going to drop with the 2-loss squads. So Ole Miss, they still got to get by Florida tonight. Oregon already got past Minnesota. All right, so there's your top 7. Notre Dame, are we going to keep? I feel like you keep Alabama ahead of Notre Dame. I don't know. Then again, I mean, the losses are no. Alabama's got too many good wins. I wouldn't put Notre Dame ahead of Alabama. So I think that's where our Alabama is going to be. Again, we'll kind of talk about this a little bit. Let me make it a little bigger for y'all. Next is Texas. If I think they lose, they'll move down. Does Oklahoma jump? Oklahoma has got blown out by Texas. I mean, Texas is going to be an interesting one. But I anticipate Texas to lose tonight. Again, that'll change on the fly. There's a chance Oklahoma jumps Notre Dame. I'm going to anticipate Texas to lose. That'll put BYU ahead of Texas. Utah. That should put Utah ahead of Texas. In theory, if they get by Baylor tonight. Vandy. Oh, Vandy's fascinating. 2-loss Vandy. Texas has the head-to-head over them. Does the committee hate Vandy that much to where they keep them at 14? Because I don't think they drop them that far after a Texas loss. I mean, after a Georgia loss. Maybe they even keep them ahead of Utah. So maybe they keep it at put with the anticipation Texas might beat A&M. So then what do we do after that? What do we do after that? Okay, so Miami's going to stay put. Again, Vandy won't drop until that Tennessee game. Georgia Tech's going to stay put at 16. Again, we're just trying to guess what the college football committee could do. This one isn't necessarily my rankings. USC survives against Iowa. They stay put. Michigan's win might not have been beautiful, but they're not. I don't think they're going to bump them down. They're going to stay put. Virginia's going to stay put. Sorry, Louisville, you're out. Iowa, you're out. Pittsburgh, you're out. They like Tennessee still. So Tennessee. you're probably going to be at 20. South Florida, you're out. Cincinnati, you're out. Let's get JMU up here. Where are they at? Shoot, let's get Navy up here. But we got to get JMU up in here. There's James Madison. Let's put these guys here. Let's look at the complete rankings. So they don't have teams that are on the outside looking in. I imagine Tulane might get a little play this week. I think Tulane gets a little bit of play. Does Missouri rear its head again? I could see Missouri still getting a little play. Let's put Missouri in other. I'm cool with putting Illinois in other. I think Houston still deserves to be in this conversation, so maybe you have them here. Man. What up, Jason? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day, bro. I know Maryland went down, but I feel like they like the SEC, so Missouri probably gets the nod here. Maybe the Sun Belt gets a little love, or not the Sun Belt, the Mountain West, but that depends on San Diego State winning tonight. Arizona State might get a little bit of love. Anyone that I'm missing here? By the way, let's take a quick gander at Memphis real quick. Still tied up. Memphis in scoring position, though. Oh, my gosh. Look at how many points got scored in this first half. Georgia Southern and Coastal. Golly. All right. I think that's fair to say. And, I mean, we're anticipating Georgia to win tonight, or at least I am. Where does Bama fall in the rankings? I would put them at 8. I think they're still the best 2 loss. They just lost a close one to Oklahoma. Granted, it was at home, but I mean, you could say, I guess Notre Dame, they got the better loss at home by 1 to A&M. Miami's a better loss than Florida State. So maybe Notre Dame does get the bump here. You probably give Oklahoma the head-to-head, both 2-loss schools. So I think worst case scenario, we're looking at Alabama at 10. You got Texas, 3-loss team. I don't think they drop them if they lose tonight, of course, against Georgia. Ooh, North Texas. You're right. I forgot about North Texas. Good shout out. I don't think they put multiple American teams in the top 25. They're probably maybe they go North Texas over Tulane, but I think it's going to be one of those 2 squads. So I think that's what we're probably looking at. Is that fair? If let's play with that scenario. If Texas wins, what does that do? Well, you got to put them ahead of Oklahoma. Georgia drops. That puts Ole Miss into the top 5, I think. Georgia, they got the win over Ole Miss, but losing to Alabama. I don't know how you put them ahead of Alabama with Alabama winning at Georgia. Maybe it looks like that with the Texas win. What do you think? Do you think that's fair? You think Texas could be even higher? I don't think you put Texas ahead of. Maybe you do. That is a better win for Texas than what Notre Dame has. Do you put Texas as the top 2-loss squad? Is that what we're looking at then? Do you think that's what we're looking at here? No, Notre Dame, I don't think Notre Dame falls to 11 after winning big against Pitt. Notre Dame's at 9. I don't think you drop them out of the top 10. Notre Dame's currently at 9. I think you could have Texas jump them, but I don't think they fall any further than where they're currently at. So maybe you put Oklahoma ahead of them. But I think ultimately you probably pop them up one spot. So I think that looks solid. Yeah, this year's college football playoff is going to be nuts. Which this still lines up if Georgia Tech wins out that the American likely doesn't get a team in. If JMU wins out, JMU probably ends up being the 12th seed. Golly, dude. Yo, real quick, let's take a. These are games going on right now. I want to look at stand-ins. Let's look at these stand-ins for the SEC right now. And what a Texas win. What type of chaos are we looking at? All right, Georgia, they lose their shot at the SEC championship game. That propels Ole Miss. That does propel Texas. So now Texas, if they could beat A&M, dang, does that set up an A&M Texas rematch in the SEC championship game? Ole Miss likely wins out. I think today's their final conference championship game or conference game. Do a scenario where Georgia Tech beats Georgia. Nah, we're not going that deep. We're not going that deep. That's weeks ahead. Let's just figure out what it might look on Thursday or on Tuesday when the college football ranking comes out. But Texas win, I think this is probably fairly accurate. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and move the streams. Let me go ahead and make sure those that are viewing on the YouTube that y'all are directed to the next stream. All right, I got y'all set up. So if you are on the YouTube, you're going to be directed to the next stream. If you're on X right now, hey, I'll be up in a minute. I'll have some new Gojo's picks. Gojo for this slate, he ends up going 1-2. I think for the first slate though, I think he went 2-1. So right now, Gojo batted 500 on the day, bro. Next stream, you'll see what he's got. But I'll be back in a sec. See y'all soon.